Coming up on this edition of Bearkat Student Media News, feeling the pain at the pump? We'll talk to a few students to find out how much pain they're feeling in their pocketbook. Also, for Bearkats struggling, there's a service that can provide some relief at the dinner table. Find out how the food pantry can help.
Live from the Dan Rather Communications Building on the campus of Sam Houston State University, this is Channel 7 News.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Jesus Martinez, and welcome to Bearkat Student Media News. National gas prices are at an all-time high. Bearkat Student Media's Hannah Whittington interviews students to see what they think.
Over the past month, there's been lots of talk about the soaring gas prices. AAA has reported that 1 year ago, the average price for a gallon of regular unleaded gas in the U.S. was $2.88 a gallon. Today, it's reached $4.25 a gallon. Texas gas prices are currently sitting at $3.92 per gallon, slightly under the national average. This has affected many Americans' lives. College students, some of the most impacted, including Sam Houston State students.
It's like you're paying not even an arm and a leg anymore, you're paying your soul. You're paying your whole self, and it's ridiculous. And is it worth it living? You know, like, is it really worth it at this point? Because it's like, do you pay for health insurance, or do you just suck it up and get sick? Or like, do you either pay for groceries or get gas? You know, it's like, it's ridiculous at this point.
AAA says $4 gas is the tipping point for most Americans. Its new survey found that 59% of Americans will make lifestyle changes due to the higher prices. Another AAA survey concluded that 59% of Americans said they'll change their driving habits once gas prices cross $4 per gallon.
Since I have a truck, I hate the fact that gas is almost $4 a gallon. And so just because I have a truck, I take up a lot of gas. I fill up twice a week.
AAA has warned Americans that consumers can expect this current trend to continue as long as crude prices are climbing. Experts say the conflict in Ukraine has had a significant effect on the global oil market. In Huntsville, Hannah Whittington, Bearkat Student Media.
Sam Houston State will soon hold a meet and greet with the school's presidents. Bearkat Student Media's Christina Jones met with the student body president, who tells us more about the event.
Midterms have passed, and students are getting back into the swing of schoolwork after spring break. But this is also the time for some to finally meet two campus officials. Next week, everyone on campus will have the chance to meet and talk to the president of Sam Houston State, Alyssa White, and student body president, Liana Bonds. This event was the creation of President White and gives students the ability to talk and interact with these two officials on campus.
President White, she was like, hey, like, we did this on my old campus. The president's coming together in a really chill environment. And we just sit there, answer questions. People meet us, talk to us. You know, it's a very chill, relaxed, informal event.
This event also allows both parties to start forming a closer relationship and to further learn from each other.
So I think it is really important, just to know who has a position of power on campus and who can you come to with questions. We are very open and very transparent. If you have a question, if you don't know it, we will try to figure that out. So I think it's actually a really great experience and just a great thing maybe to kind of start and have annually, just so students can come if they have a question or just want to talk and mingle. So
while it's your first time fully hearing about the event, student Destiny Whitaker believes this may especially be beneficial for students.
I feel like that'd be nice to actually hear the students and go out and actually hear the students and what they have to say and their ideas and concerns about the college. I feel like that would be a very good idea.
The event will be held in the LSC on the platform in front of Chick-fil-A on March 30th. It'll go from 11:30 a.m. to 1 o'clock. So if you have time, you may want to drop by and say hi to the presidents. On the campus of Sam Houston State University, Christina Jones, Bearkat Student Media.
For Bearkat struggling, there is a service that can provide some relief at the dinner table. Life as a college student can be expensive. For students who are looking for some relief and want ways to save money, the food pantry can help out. Its mission is to support students who struggle with food insecurity, help students understand food insecurity, and provide some opportunities for the students to volunteer. Student worker Thomas Taylor explains what makes him devote his time to helping those in need.
I've always found that so rewarding working for this sort of establishment because I'm able to help as many people as I physically can.
The food pantry hours are 9 to 5 on Monday through Thursday and 9 to 1 on Friday. And as long as there's student workers like Thomas, they'll keep helping students. Huntsville is famous for its extensive prison system. To learn more about the history of the system, Bearkat Student Media's Ashlyn Anderson visited the Texas Prison Museum here in Huntsville and sat down with its director to find out more.
The Texas State Prison Museum, in existence since 1989 here in Huntsville, Texas, was built east of where the first prison was built to establish the Texas prison system in 1848. I spoke with the director of the museum, David Stacks, on the history, mission, and exhibits the prison has to offer.
The museum came about as a way of recording and letting the people here in the state of Texas learn what it was about the prison system.
The Prison Museum displays many exhibits throughout the years, from famous prisoners and jumpsuit changes to the popular capital punishment exhibit and contraband display.
The original electric chair that is still owned by the Department of Corrections. It's just on loan to us, and we actually keep it here as an exhibit in the museum. And you see the electric chair itself, plus all of the instruments that were used to power the chair.
The contraband display shows numerous kinds of contraband taken from inmates. These include handmade knives, tattoo machines, hollowed out books, and toilet paper to hide their contraband.
We are to educate the people of the state of Texas, the United States, and the world about the prison system. And that's why we exist, to do that. And we feel like we do a very good job here at the Texas Prison Museum.
I am Ashlyn Anderson, Bearkat Student Media.
Coming up, we took to the yard among other places on campus to find out how students spent their spring break. Commercial break.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me.
That was perfect.
But I heard every word.
Bearkats know how to tackle big challenges, as the ongoing pandemic has shown us. The campus community has gone to great lengths to slow the spread of COVID-19, but we're not there yet. Our best shot for returning to normal is getting Bearkats vaccinated. The vaccine is safe and effective for protecting people from COVID-19. For me, for you, for Bearkats, let's get back to normal.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all, if I could go back, I would. But I can't.
The proud son of hardworking immigrant parents, Eric Rodas chose to serve his country. A father, a soldier, and now a college graduate. He proved that circumstances have nothing to do with your outcome. Since 1879, we've been helping students like Eric determine their future. Sam Houston State University, a great name in education.
Spring break just ended and students were busy traveling, hanging out with friends, and just trying to relax before the semester gets busy. Bearkat Student Media's Rain Williams talks to students to see how they spent their spring break.
Bearkats, you know what that sound means. School is back in session after spring break. Personally, I spent my spring break catching up on schoolwork and going to Austin to hang out with friends. But let's talk to some students on campus to see how they spent their spring break.
And I got my marriage certificate because my fiance is in the Marines, so he came home and we're getting married next week.
That's so exciting.
Yeah.
Many students spent their time working and getting more hours while they had free time.
Over spring break, I worked at Sonic. I'm a car hop, so I made like pretty good money. But like the only exciting thing I did was Sunday night, I went to a Summer Walker concert in Houston.
I work at a veterinary clinic in Huntsville. It's called 11th Street Veterinary Clinic. I basically just worked all spring break.
Okay, fun.
So, yeah.
Some students spent their time off traveling around the country.
So I actually traveled a bit. The first couple of days I went to Galveston with a friend of mine and a couple friends that had a beach house there. And then came back Monday, left that same day to go to Austin with my friend Jack. We stayed there till like Thursday, came back, repacked, and then I left again for Canyon Lake and then spent some time with family. So overall, it was pretty fun. So I went to Galveston, then Austin, and then Canyon Lake. So I traveled a lot. It was a ton of fun, though.
I went camping.
Did you do anything fun?
Yeah, it was fun to relax and spend time with my family.
Some students just chose to spend their spring break doing nothing.
I had a job interview, and the rest of the time I sat at home and did nothing. Yeah, super fun.
In Huntsville, Rain Williams, Bearkat Student Media.
Sam Houston State University students were invited to test their basketball skills recently. The SHSU Rec Center held a three-point shooting contest in the gym. The contest was free to enter, and anyone who wanted to participate had to register prior to the contest.
I'm a good three-point shooter, so I decided, well, if it's a three-point contest, I should probably jump into it, see how I do. Honestly, I don't care if I win. I just want to get 12 points at least, and that's the reason why I came out here. So.
The contest allowed each person 15 total shots. The goal was to score the most points, and the person could score up to 18 points. Be sure to look out for the Rec Center and their calendar for future events. And still ahead, find out how the student radio station provides a unique opportunity for students to run shows such as sports, pop culture, news, and student life here at SAM.
And it looks to be about 70 Thursday with a lot of sunshine. I'm forecaster Justin Hardcastle, and we'll have your full weather picture right after the break.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzz and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
The proud son of hardworking immigrant parents, Eric Rodas chose to serve his country. A father, a soldier, and now a college graduate. He proved that circumstances have nothing to do with your outcome. Since 1879, we've been helping students like Eric determine their future. Sam Houston State University, a great name in education.
Bearkats know how to get things done, as the ongoing pandemic has shown us. The campus community has gone to great lengths to stop the spread of COVID-19, but we're not done yet. Our best shot for returning back to normal is getting more Bearkats vaccinated. The vaccine is safe and effective in stopping the spread of COVID-19. For me, for you, for Bearkats, let's return back to normal.
Three, two, one.
Good afternoon, Huntsville and Sam Houston State University students. I'm Justin Hardcastle with your local forecast. It's currently 65 degrees in Huntsville with sunny skies all throughout the day. The humidity is at about 29%, and there will be a slight breeze throughout the day with the feels like temperature at about 64. Around the region, Centerville's at 65 degrees, Groveton is at 65 degrees as well, Livingston, Chexton at 66, College Station a bit warmer at 67, Conroe at 66, and finally Hardin at 67 with sunny skies. Statewide, El Paso is going to be at 58 degrees, sunny. Lubbock's 56, also sunny, while Dallas and Brownsville are both, while Dallas is at 62 and Brownsville's at 75, and Huntsville's at 65. Around the nation, it is 49 degrees in New York, 53 in Chicago, and a nice warm 82 down in Miami. Denver is 54 degrees, and over on the West Coast in LA, they're checking in at 85. For tomorrow, expect it to be a chilly morning at 45 degrees at 7:20 a.m. sunrise. Expect sunny skies throughout the day with the temperature rising all throughout the day. Winds from the west at 4 miles an hour, and the humidity will be at around 68%. The 5-day forecast for Huntsville, tomorrow the high is 70 with a low of 45. Friday has a high of 81 with a low of 49 and a 2% chance of rain. Saturday a high of 81, Sunday 83. Monday has a high of 84 with a low of 64 and an 8% chance of rain. That's it from the Bearkat Student Media Weather Center. I'm Justin Hardcastle, and you have a great rest of your week.
Winter had to get its last hurrah tomorrow morning. Thanks, Justin. Well, the second annual Battle of the Bands competition began on March 9th with the 5 bands competing to win a $3,000 grand prize. Acid Affair, Scab Blood, Rose Eclipse, and Tom Music Band and Midnight Snack all performed at the Loman Student Center to roaring crowds. The first round of the competition had some memorable moments from the 5 performing bands, each engaging to the crowd in their own unique way.
I think it's important to be able to engage the audience, but also each other and look like you're having fun and that you're all friends. You know, you could tell that they were friends, which is good.
When the performances wrapped up, Acid Affair, Blood Rose Eclipse, Tom Music Band, and Midnight Snack moved on. The Battle of the Bands will continue on April 19th at the Loman Student Center at 6 p.m. Admission is free. And if you love listening to the radio, be sure to tune in to 90.5 FM. The radio station is completely student-run and features a variety of music ranging from classic rock to modern hits. The format also includes many student-run shows such as sports, pop culture, and news, and student life here at SAM. These shows run from 8 a.m. all the way to the 5 p.m. hour. If you're interested in joining the team, be sure to contact Professor Jonathan Reed in the Mass Comm department or simply follow the instructions on the flyers posted around campus. The spots are open for both casual DJs as well as show hosts. No previous experience is needed, just an enthusiastic attitude. This opportunity is available for all students here at SAM.
I'm Bearkat Student Media sportscaster Matthew Ogle, and I have all your action on the hardwood coming up after the break.
This could be any town in Texas. Friendly folk. Everyone knows everyone, including our doctor, when we have one. Out here, it's an hour drive just for a checkup. They say we're facing a shortage of doctors, and that's one thing our state can't afford. We're so deeply bound to our rural roots, it's hard to comprehend. That's why Sam Houston State University created its College of Osteopathic Medicine to meet the health care needs of our rural communities and all who call Texas home. Better health care in our small towns is better for everyone. A new generation of physicians for Texans from a medical school that understands our Texas roots. Sam Houston State University, a great name in medicine. As a boy, Lorenzo Baez's playground was the streets. When his grandfather suffered a heart attack, one nurse's act of kindness changed his life. Today, he is the first in his family to graduate college, and he's not done yet. He's on his way to becoming a doctor. Since 1879, we've been helping students like Lorenzo defy the odds. Sam Houston State University, a great name in education.
Schmidt in the gun, stands on the 15. Schmidt looking over center, it's caught! It's a touchdown! It's a touchdown!
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Matthew Ogle with your Bearkat Student Media Sports. The Bearkat men's basketball team was defeated in the WAC tournament by Grand Canyon State University just before the spring break. In a close game with 2 minutes to go, Dante Powers hit a three-pointer to tie the game up and hit a free throw to take the lead. But Grand Canyon mounted a comeback of their own and put the game away. Savion Flagg led the Bearkats with 20 points, DeMarcus Lampley had 17, and Tristan Ipke chipped in 10. The loss knocked the Bearkats out of the tournament and ended their season earlier than they had hoped. Also on the hardwood, the Bearkat women's team also had their season ended in the WAC tournament. California Baptist knocked them out. The Bearkats shot well and out-rebounded the Lancers early on. The game was tied at 62 with a minute and a half to go, but Cal Baptist outscored SHSU 8-0 to win it. Faith Cook led the team with 20 points, Kaylee Jefferson had a double-double and 19, and Courtney Cleveland chipped in 15 points. With this loss, the season ended short for the Bearkats. The Sam Houston State University Men's Rugby Club is preparing for a switch in their season. They're kicking off their 7th season with extra Thursday practices. The team typically plays a 15th season due to their high numbers.
So I prefer 15s to begin with, but 7s, it's fun. Kind of like just the end of the school year, just kind of get more fitness in, get you ready for like 15s next year. And on top of that, it's just kind of have fun, last like, you know, hang out with your teammates, all that kind of stuff.
So rugby is divided into 2 seasons of 7s and 15s. 7s has 7 players from each team on the field, and games are split into 2 7-minute halves. 15s has 15 players for each team and 2 40-minute halves. These players are working hard to prepare for their upcoming games. A lot of excitement on the field and on the court in the coming weeks. I'm Matthew Ogle, and that's a wrap on sports.
As you just heard, last week prior to the spring break, Sam Houston State's women's basketball team traveled to Vegas for their WAC tournament. Before we leave you today, Bearkat Student Media's Courtney Cleveland takes us behind the scenes as the ladies prepared for their battle. She cut together some clips leading up to the big game. Courtney also happens to be a member of the basketball team. Enjoy.
Hi girls, we are in Vegas. These extras.
Sure seemed like a good time for Lady Bearkats. Well, that'll do it for us here this week at Bearkat Student Media. I'm Jesus Martinez, and we'll see you back here next week.